Okay, what's up, guys? My name is TMossBoss, and I wanted to let you guys know about Anchor. Anchor is an app that you can download to record your podcast in the easiest way ever. Like, it doesn't require a whole lot to know. Like, you just pretty much press record and you just start doing your podcast and stuff. I don't know what you plan on doing, but you plan on doing something. That's why you're here. So, yeah, download Anchor, or you could go to their website, anchor.fm, and yeah, you could do it straight from your computer too. So yeah, it's easy. They distribute everything to they distribute your podcast to every streaming services like out there, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. Okay, and then you can monetize it, so you're making money off of what you love doing. All right, so people, make sure you do it. Make sure you download Anchor, or you go to their website, anchor.fm. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for listening. Peace. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on something. Cartoon shows, man. They've changed. They have changed. Like, I just recently started watching cartoons, cause here's the thing. I I stopped watching cartoon shows like years and years and years ago. Like, I think probably around the time I was in middle school. I think that was when, or maybe like early ages of high school. I just completely had stopped watching. I think it was middle school. I think it was because I think that's when the last. So when they had showed, I remember Cartoon Networks had showed that Ed, Ed and Eddie like movie, and then I was just all like, oh, I gotta watch this. It's like, this is it. Like, this is the final thing that they're ever doing with Ed, Ed and Eddie. And so I remember watching it, and I remember getting sad because I was just like, dang, this is the end of an era. Like, I grew up watching this show. And then after that, I had just stopped. Like, I would occasionally have watched SpongeBob, and I think that was about it. But other than that, like, I had started getting into Family Guy. Wrestling seemed like it was coming on every single day of the week. What else? Yeah, there was like a lot of different shows. Like, as I got older, I had just slowly transitioned into like MTV and just any other show that was like watchable and stuff. But I had stopped watching cartoons. Wasn't watching anything SpongeBob related. Wasn't watching anything cartoon related. And then I remember it was a coworker that I was working with where she would like quiz me on like SpongeBob stuff. And I was like, I like any new things I'm like I'm not gonna know about. But she was like a diehard SpongeBob fan. Always watched anything related to SpongeBob. So yeah, I didn't see the movies. I mean, I seen like that first SpongeBob movie that they came out with, that first mega one. But after that, I was like, yeah, I remember they did come out with, I think it was a couple of SpongeBob movies, but I didn't watch them. I was just all like, no, they're not like the first 2 3 seasons of SpongeBob. These are like the new like episodes. Like, I don't really like the new episodes of TV shows. That's why I had stopped watching cartoons like Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, freaking what else? And then I know they did say that they were gonna come out with like a new version of Ed, Ed and Eddie, and I'm like, no, just leave those old classic shows alone. Like, they tried that with Ed, Ed and Eddie, and I remember that show ending like right after like they made changes and stuff. Like, once when they had made changes, that's how I know like the show has changed, when the animation has changed. Like, once when the animation has changed, the show is no longer the same anymore. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I've noticed that. And I remember it, the SpongeBob episodes, it was always this name that I would see at the end. I think it was Paul Tibbet. I think that was the guy's name. Hold on, let me see real quick. I think this is it. I think this is the guy. Yeah, he's an American animator. Yup, known for working on SpongeBob. So once when I started seeing his name at the very end of, and how long had he started working on SpongeBob? 1999 to 2018. Oh, so he stopped like 2 years ago. Huh. Cat Dog? Oh, Cat Dog was the show. That was the show. So he must have been, like, The guy, yeah, he was there when SpongeBob started. So, but it was they had started like I remember his name would be like early on in the credits, but then I think they must have did some changes or something, and then his name started appearing at the end of the credits. So I don't know if it was him or somebody else, but once when the animation had changed for SpongeBob, I stopped watching it. And I know it was like the same with Ed, Edd n Eddy though. Ed, Edd n Eddy was like even though the animation had changed, because I remember once when they had started going to school, like it was still good, it was still watchable, but it just wasn't the original. Like so I think yeah, it just wasn't the same to me. And then with Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, like, yeah, they tried to change the animation to that. I'm like, nah. Them, like, really old like, the 90s cartoons can possibly get away with it. But the older cartoons, because what? Tom and Jerry, that show came out, and I heard they're making a movie of it. So, release date, 1940. So, yeah, them shows from, like, the 40s, 50s, 60s, like Scooby-Doo, the Flintstones, like all those old classic shows, like the shows. Remember that channel, Boomerang? Like any show that would appear on that channel, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It does not need to be messed with. So that's why I had stopped watching cartoons. Because I'm like, you guys are changing. Like, this ain't the original cartoon. This wasn't the show that I grew up watching. So, yeah, I'm like, I'm done. I'm done watching cartoons. And then it wasn't... So, the reason why I recently started watching cartoons, because there is this commercial. They play this commercial on every TV channel, like, out there. And it got to the point where every time I would, because they would play that commercial every commercial break. And I'm like, do they not? Because so I was, for the longest, I probably had to say ever since, yeah, high school, I had just kept my TV on MTV. Now, MTV, they're known for just recycling and playing the same commercials every single break. And I'm like, bro, you guys are going to have to come out with some other commercials. Dang, like, all these commercials, there's probably like 1 million commercials being played. You guys play like the same, like, 3 to 5, and I'm like, why? Like, play something else. But there is this one commercial where they will play this annoying song over and over and over and over and over again, to the point where I was like, no, I'm done watching MTV2. I'm like, they keep playing this commercial, I'm done. So and they do that. They'll do that time after time after time. Like, I remember there was this one. It wasn't that last Alicia Keys commercial where she's, like, singing a cappella and then it leads into her song. There is another one where I think she was promoting some jeans or something. Annoyed me. I was like, bro, y'all gonna have to show something else. Like, show some. I'm like, this is MTV. Show some of her music. But you showing the same commercial, like, that's not working. So I'm like, y'all gonna have to do something about this. But anyways, but no, back on this commercial, they would play this annoying song time after time after time. So I flipped the channel. I went to MTV. MTV, they wasn't playing a commercial, so I'm like, cool, I'm in the clear. Then they started playing it. So I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to leave my TV on BET. BET starts playing it. Go to VH1. VH1 starts playing it. Then I think I had turned to a channel where I'm all like, okay, like nothing like music related. I'm just going to keep it on a different channel. They started playing the commercial. So I'm like, what is going on with this commercial? Like, why is this commercial got to appear on every channel? So I kept it on cartoons. And yeah, then I started watching like some, because no, I think that's what it was, Adult Swim. Because for those that don't, I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. But I don't know, it might be different for people. But on the Cartoon Network channel at the like probably like 9 o'clock at night, they would show Adult Swim. So they're showing like Family Guy, American Dad. What are some other shows? They showing this one show on there called Primal. I'm mad because I missed last week's episode, but that show, it comes on every Sunday. Bro, that is a good show. It's about this caveman and his dinosaur. Bro, that's a cartoon I can get with. Because the animation with that, like, it seems like it could be a comic book. You know, it had to been like, it seems like, that show had to been a comic book at one point in time. Adult Swim. Because that show, I'm saying, like, that is a really good show. Primal is an American adult animated television series created and directed by that person's name for Adult Swim. Primal draws in elements of fantasy, horror, action, adventure. Yeah, it definitely shows all of that. But first season. Oh, so it's on the second half of this season air. Oh, so this season's the first, so I didn't miss some episodes, but yeah, I was like, I missed. Oh, this version was submitted in the animated feature category for the 92nd. Is that hasn't? Oh, this already came out yet. Oh, so yeah, this aired. There's like for an Oscar. It definitely deserved an Oscar for the animation. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But anyways, yeah, shout out to Gennady Tartakovsky. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but anyways, no, but that show, man, I'm telling you, that is a good show. Cause of that, man, I'm telling you, that caveman and them dinosaurs be messing some things up on there. There was an episode before that where it was like they got hypnotized, and they got like hypnotized by some old weird like people and things, like some like actual legitimate like village like people and stuff. And yeah, then he was but then one of the village people had like felt sorry, and so then they had went and just they like helped the caveman and the dinosaur. But it's only about the caveman and the dinosaur, but there is at times when they'll come across like some crazy things. They came across one of those like one dinosaurs with those long necks. It's like I can't think of the name of it, but I call it like a giraffe dinosaur. It's just it's the dinosaur with the long necks and stuff. It's the ones that don't be going around. Well, I mean, like, I don't know, like, we've never seen unless it's been bones or something, but it's one of those, like, friendly dinosaurs. But anyways, but we don't know, like, them dinosaurs, I mean, they could have been, but anyways, but they showed where it, like, turned into, like, a zombie type dinosaur or something. I don't know, but that dinosaur, it was chasing that. That was an intense episode. That was probably my favorite episode out of them all. It was that. It was when he defeated, like, he took, like, some, like, weird potion stuff, became all big and giant, took out all these, like, gorillas and stuff. I'm like, bro, that show is crazy. But anyways, then, because at that point, I just left it on Cartoon Network. I was just like, okay, I won't watch any of the shows during the day because, I don't really like any of the cartoon. So that's why I had stopped watching Cartoon Networks. Like, we're going to go back in time again. Cartoon Networks has stopped showing like Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, Ed, Edd n Eddy. Those was like my three top shows. Those was my three shows I always watch. So they stopped showing them shows, and they still till this day don't show them. And at that point, I was just like, well, there's no reason for me to watch Cartoon Network. So then that's when I started watching like Nickelodeon and a bunch of other different shows, because I'm like, nah, that's stupid. How are they gonna take away like these are the shows that makes Cartoon Network? So that's when I knew Cartoon Network was changing, like, because I remember when Cartoon Network, they had, like, their old emblem, where it was, like, white and black, like, checkered, like, it was like a 2-row of just white and black, like, a checkered pattern, and then in the middle of the pattern, it spelled out, like, Cartoon Network, but, once when they changed it to where it just said CN, then yeah, that sounds like, oh yeah, Cartoon Network is changing. I'm like, I can't watch this TV channel no more. So yeah, I had stopped. I was just like, nah, I'm done. So, but then I think I did sit down one day and was just like, I think I might have been taking a break from making some videos or something. But anyways, so then I started watching some of the shows on there. And I'm not gonna lie, like, some of the cartoon shows that they'll be playing out throughout the day, I know they play Teen Titans Go, because I remember I watched the original Teen Titans. That was the one cartoon I had to say that, like, I had liked, that it was good, like, and when they kind of started getting rid of all the, like, old cartoon shows that I was watching growing up, because I'm saying they were playing Scooby-Doo, Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, Ed, Edd n Eddy, the Jetsons, Flintstones, Dexter's Laboratory. What were some other cartoon shows? There was like a lot, but those are the ones that I remember watching. But yeah, I was like, but no, the shows that they got on there today, I was like, and then also yeah, Teen Titans. But I think Teen Titans came out like after like they started taking off all those shows, because I remember they started off with like the older shows like the Jetsons, Flintstones. What are some other shows? Then it slowly like worked its way up to like Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. Dexter's Laboratory somehow got taken off at some point in time. What else? And then I think like the final show that was taken off was Ed, Edd n Eddy, and so that was like, I remember that's when I had stopped watching Cartoon Networks. But anyways, but no, like I remember at some point in time Teen Titans had came out, the original Teen Titans. And I was all like, this show is good. That show, it was a really good show. I remember there was because I had watched it all the time. And I remember there was an episode where I did get a little emotional because the character, she like turned into stone. And so, hold on for a second. Teen Titan character turns into stone. I wonder if they'll have that. Nope. No, it's just, yeah, they're not showing. Well, there's like some character on the show. Oh, was this it? I think this was it. Who is Terra? Yeah, I think it was Terra. And she was, yeah, she was helping them out. And then she turned into stone. And I was like, are you serious? And yeah, I remember I got a little sad on that episode because I was like, dang, man, she was just trying to help. And then this is what happens, turned to stone. Yeah, I was like, that was messed up. That was beyond messed up. So I don't know what happened after that because I think at some point in time I had stopped watching Teen Titans. But that's actually a pretty like cool fun fact about Teen Titans. The dude on there that plays as I think his Cyborg. I'm just started watching these shows, so I'm like, I don't know characters. Is his name? Yeah, Cyborg. So the guy that plays as Cyborg on Teen Titans Go, he hold on for a second. He's King Ezekiel from Fear the or not Fear Walking Dead, just The Walking Dead, not Fear the Walking Dead. But yeah, I was all like, yo, that's dope. Like if I think that's what I seen. Teen Titans. So now you spell Titans Go. Yeah, I think that was him. When I last seen, so I was like, yo, if he does, there we go. Yep, that's him. That is him. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, he hasn't been on The Walking Dead since 2010. Like the show started in 2010, but yeah, he hasn't been on that show since 2010. Oh, was he on the original? He was even in the original Teen Titans. Oh, wow, I did not know that. I did not know that. That is crazy. Wow. So they must have been like all of the OG characters, and then they just all came back for what? Oh, he's played like a lot of characters on Teen Titans Go. That's crazy. Wow, I did not know that. Huh? Let me see some of the other. I wonder if they're. His voice is acting includes beefs. Oh, so they got like all the OG actors from Teen Titans. Is it him too? Oh, they don't even show. Oh, so he must be new. This guy, whoever this guy is, they haven't even like really given him no. Oh, so he did. He was the So it's just only for Teen Titans Go. Well, who was the? Wait a second. Hold on. So no, wait, he was on there. If they just showed him, hold on. I'm getting so confused by this. They're not really being descriptive like how they were for the other ones. Okay, so those are the films that he did. 2000. Oh, here we go. Okay, so there's like television. Okay, so dang, this dude he did what? Wait a minute, what was these other ones? Television. That's what I was looking at. Oh, I see what they're saying. Okay, so these are like the shows where he's actually appeared on, and then voiceover roles, and then television. Okay, yeah. Then he was okay. So he was on the original Teen Titans. That was so confusing. I'm like, what am I looking at? Why do they got that thing so? Just look, they don't invent. Oh, she was in the video games. Who is she? Oh, she was Harley Quinn. Replacing. Oh, she's. Oh, that's just even more confusing. Teen Titans Go. So like they don't even have like a thing for her like showing all the films and stuff. They just got it all bundled up in a big giant paragraph. I'm like, how are you supposed to read that? Well, actually, we just gonna say she. Yes. Oh, so she's all right. So she was also in that too. She was also okay. So yeah, they showed at the beginning, and then the last person. Teen Titans and Teen. Okay, so yeah, they got all the OG actors from that show, and in the new version of it. I think that's cool. That's cool. But anyways, yeah, I've been watching that. Then there's some other shows like Total Drama Rama, I think, something like that. I think it's supposed to be a spinoff of another show called Total Drama. But what other shows that they're showing? Like there's the one that they had like these three bears. I thought that show was funny. And then there's this one where it's like I think they're animals, but the animation looks pretty sick. It looks like the background looks real, but then they're showing them as like an animated like characters and stuff. I think that's dope. But yeah, like watching cartoons for the first time in years, I have to say like there's some pretty good cartoon shows out there. They're not bad and stuff. Like and the thing was, it was like some of the shows I know people talked a lot on some of the shows that came on after like they got rid of like old Cartoon Networks. Like it was like that second or whatever generation you want to call it and stuff, but I know people they like some of the shows on there. I think there were some shows that people would mention. They would ask me, and I'm like, I don't watch Cartoon Networks because I'm like they got rid of all the good shows. So I'm like any shows they showing now, I don't have no idea what they're talking about. But anyways, but yeah, I was like, I'm done. I'm like I ain't gotta watch them shows no more. I'm like they don't have the OG shows. I'm not watching it, but. Then no, but I'm like now I'm like I can see why these shows, but then that's one like downfall to it. I always forget like watching the shows like I forget that they're gonna be showing like kid commercials. So I'm expecting them to show. I've been watching like all these like adult commercials for years and stuff, and then all of a sudden they go back to showing like kid toys and all these other different things. I'm all like, what are these toys, bro? I just seen they have like those are probably the two dumbest toys that I seen and was like, wow, that's just really taking away like a kid's childhood to where everything has to be electronic and stuff or like battery operator or whatever you want to call it. But they had it where, so how like let's say for an example, if you go to a circus and there's that dude that be making like the balloons and stuff, like he'll get like a long one, he'll make like a dog or something. They have a battery operated balloon dog. I was like, and the dog is moving, barking, and all. I'm like, that's just no. Take your kid to a carnival. Well, I mean, like when things clear up, like when COVID and all that stuff is out of here, take your kid to a carnival and get him an actual legitimate dog or balloon dog. Don't get no battery operated one. I'm like, that's. And then I seen the one today where they have a battery operated skateboard. In the commercial is showing kids on a skateboard at a skating park or ring, whatever you want to call it, showing them going doing flips and tricks and all this stuff. But there's like that one kid on the side operating. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. A kid will get bullied bringing some stuff like that to a skate. He's gonna have to use that by himself or go to an area where there's no kids and stuff at, because I'm like, a kid's gonna get bullied using some stuff like that. You go to it, maybe some kids, they think that it's dope, but I don't know. I'm like the group of kids that I grew up around, when they see stuff like that, like, I mean, they had like the tech decks, and so those little like two-fingered skateboards, I'm like, that was about it. But other than that, I was like, I don't see no battery. Maybe, I don't know, there'll probably be some younger kids that would think it's cool, but I feel like a little bit older kids and stuff, like late ages of elementary, I don't know, maybe middle school too, definitely middle school, I don't think kids is gonna be with that. But anyways, what other commercials have? Oh, they show one where it was literally a toy that just terrorizes your family. Like they're spraying water in people's faces, and then there's like a loud noise that will go off, and they show where it was waking up the father. And then they sprayed him in his pants. I'm all like, why would you buy something like that for your kid? Like that's not. I see. You know what I see? I see that toy being used in like YouTube pranks and stuff. Because I was like, that's not a toy that you would buy your kid. Like, you buying them like a G.I. Joe like action figure. I remember like one of the best Christmas gifts that I got. I'm like talking about Christmas even though Halloween hasn't even happened yet. Like Halloween's tomorrow, but by the time y'all hear this episode, it's gonna probably already be November. I'm a little bit late on posting because I've been recording a lot of podcast episodes and stuff. But one of the best Christmas toys that I've ever received was it was this big like army set. And it came with like all these like different army men. It came with this army truck and stuff. And I was like, bro, that was one of the sickest things ever, man. But yeah, but it was like that and G.I. Joes and all that stuff. Like you had like some like action figures. I remember as a kid, I was like, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget. I was like, I lost a Will Smith action figure when he started in Wild Wild West. I think it was like, it had to be like a Happy Meal toy like from McDonald's or something. But yeah, I was like, I remember I was on the ferry. And I had it when I was but I think I might have set it down somewhere, and I straight up lost it. I don't even think they will. Let's see. Will Wild West Will Smith action figure. Do they actually? That ain't. I don't think. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. I don't think that was it. Cause he had like he had like a black jacket. That wasn't it. They have to have it somewhere. That wasn't it either. I think this might have been. I don't think I had the horse. Bro, they do not have. I remember having it. It was like for McDonald's or something. Maybe like Happy Meal. Oh, it might have been. It's been years. I'm like, oh, was this it? I think this was it. Oh, it's Burger King. It wasn't McDonald's. It was Burger King. Okay. I think that might have been it. I don't know. It's been years since I seen that toy, so I don't know for sure if it was. But I'm gonna get it one day. I'm still beefing about that. I'm like, nah, I lost that. I should go back. I should go up to the ferry and be like, hey. So it was probably over 20 years ago, I lost a Will Smith action figure, and then watch. I'm gonna be all like, they ain't gonna have it. And they were like, yeah, here it is. I'm like, it's a little dusty and stuff, but yeah, here you go. If I went up to the honestly though, if I went up there and they had that toy still, I would have to think of something to do. But I'm like, I would have to do something if that was to happen. But anyways, yeah. Oh, but how did I get on the Will Smith? I was talking about cartoons and somehow got on the Will Smith action figure. But anyways, just had to throw that in there real quick. But I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, like, subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. Oh, yeah. I keep trying to remember to stop doing those promos because I'm like, they ain't nobody gonna be doing no SeatGeek stuff anytime soon. So yeah, but I got some promo codes out there, blah blah blah. That check out my merch store. You guys can do that. It's you go to my Instagram, it's in the bio and stuff. So yeah, go check out my merch. But all the promo stuff, it's whatever. But anyways, talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.